why the Niners didn't draft a wide receiver, I thought it was a really interesting choice. You could say that they had other needs. They do need someone to fill that number 3 receiver role, and it seems like they're probably hoping one of these guys on the roster steps up. If you had to guess, which wide receiver do you think Kyle Shanahan would hope is the number 3 receiver next year?
The number 3 receiver, I think the guy that is Richie James. I think he's the guy that's the number 3 guy on their board right now, or on their depth chart.
I agree.
Everybody else, everybody else is kind of just, they're all veterans, and you're kind of hoping and seeing if they can get you something. As far as to your question, why the 49ers didn't draft a receiver, I think they had other needs that they went after, and that this draft class was just was really heavy on wide receivers, and so they knew that they were going to get a couple. There's going to be some options after the draft as undrafted free agents, and they got a guy that fits perfect with who they lost. And then even the guy that we locked, I think, into the 3rd round was there and signed as an undrafted free agent with Philadelphia. So there were guys that were there. There were receivers throughout this. There was just a ton of them this year.
Okay, I agree with everything you said. I also have a theory, though. I feel that while Richie James Jr. will be the number 3 receiver when camp opens, he'll get that spot. I'm guessing that Kyle is hoping that Jalen Hurd can stay healthy and win that job, because they did draft him in round 3. Early in round 3, Kyle Shanahan pretty much is the chief wide receiver scout. I'm sure he really liked his tape and thought he, had plans for him and isn't ready to give up on him. Of course, you can't count on Jalen Hurd, but I'm thinking if Kyle is like staying up, he wakes up in the middle of the night, 3:00 in the morning, can't go back to sleep. I'm thinking, man, if only Jalen Hurd could stay healthy, what a number 3 receiver he would be. He could really replace Kendrick Bourne, Jordan Reed in the red zone. Imagine what he could do in the red zone, particularly. Again, I just wanted to have Jalen Hurd in the title because Niner fans like him in about a 3 or 4 minute video, so we could talk about him and get some. That's all I'm saying. So Jalen Hurd, got to have a Jalen Hurd video every couple of months. Niner fans love him. I think Kyle Shanahan loves him too, and I think that part of the reason they didn't draft the wide receivers, they got this dude who they spent like the 60-something pick on, and they're not quite ready to run him out the door.
Yeah, and he's a big dude that is kind of like a cross between a tight end and a wide receiver that would fit perfectly with what they've been trying to do for the last 2 years. So if he can come in and he can be healthy and they can actually get something out of him, I agree with you. Everything they've built right now is towards power and strength and playing big, and this is a guy who would fit in perfectly with that.